there is only one video game character, and I think you'll find it's pretty obvious. It is Super Mario. Always had a love for Super Mario ever since Super Mario World. It introduced me to the whole character. I even remember swapping my Super Nintendo for a Nintendo Entertainment System just so I could play Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, 3 and the Lost Levels. And it's amazing. It's just so amazing how he has evolved from this 2D character, side-scrolling character. He could jump and he could duck. He could kill enemies and fire fireballs. But what we see of him today is just this, wow, evolved character, and he is ever evolving.
It's Luigi. It always has been Luigi, since I knew who Luigi was. And back in the day, I don't know why, but maybe it was like to be different. I don't know why. These days, I mean, quite proud to be a Luigi fan because everything's Luigi right now, with the year of Luigi just gone a year ago, and loads of Luigi merchandise coming out and games, and it's just been fantastic, and everyone's sort of shown Luigi a little bit of love. And of course, Luigi's Mansion, fantastic game. Luigi's Mansion 2, fantastic game. And I believe there's an arcade machine out in Japan, a Luigi's Mansion arcade machine. So Luigi's still getting a lot of love, and yeah, he's my favourite video game character.
It's going to have to be a Final Fantasy character. I love my Final Fantasy games, and there's a lot more sort of character development in those games than there are in most others. Final Fantasy VIII, Squall, feel very sort of connected to him on a personality level. He's very sort of all about himself and not focusing on other people or getting help from others, that sort of thing. Tries to do everything alone, which is sort of how I've always done things. So I sort of relate to him that way, but he does sort of warm up to people as time goes on, which I do too. So I think that's more to do with how I feel in terms of my connection to a video game character rather than necessarily my favourite.
My favourite game character has been, for quite a while since I first got the game, the protagonist of Star Fox, which is Fox McCloud. And I just find the backstory behind Fox, you know, being a sort of half rebel and, you know, the unwilling hero kind of thing, and his father being killed. It's a kind of story, it's a typical, stereotypical story, but I like it, and the way that it's put across to animals, anthropomorphic animals, and it's cool. It's just cool. I like the eye patch as well, and a fox is a very underrated creature. I mean, my mother is a big lover of foxes, and I must admit, when you look at foxes are so brazen, so the bravery is there, isn't it? Some people could call that stupid, but I think they're quite brazen, and they get given a bad rep, and I don't think that's fair. So it's good to see Fox McCloud is putting a good rep for the fox community, as it were, and I do think he's rather cool. He flies an R-wing, he's got a laser gun, he's got an eye patch, and he looks like a fox. You know, he's got a rivalry with a falcon. I mean, no, I really, yeah, Fox McCloud is probably my favourite game character.
I'm between Mega Man, Mario, and Kirby.
Squirtle?
Oh, Squirtle! There's so many! Oh, I just don't know. See, I would have gone for Squirtle, but then I have Mario Man. I would have gone for Squirtle, but I have a Mario necklace that I love. You know what, I feel like a rock star when I wear that Mega Man t-shirt, and I know that Mega Man is boyfriend's favourite character, and I liked playing Mega Man. I wasn't very good at it, but I did like playing it. So I'm going to go for Mega Man.
Mega Man's your favorite?
Yeah.
Ooh. Hold on, let's get a boyfriend high five. Yeah!
I guess it's Sonic the Hedgehog. I actually don't really care much about video game characters these days. I used to. I mean, you had the whole Mario versus Sonic, and I suppose you still do. And it's kind of weird in that for Sonic, I love Sonic 1. I like Sonic 2. I don't really care for any of the Sonic games after that except Sonic R. Everything else I'm like, meh. But I do like the Sonic character up to... well, until he got Nintendo-fied, basically. They changed his style, didn't they? His legs got longer and, I mean, I don't know, blue arms or whatever, whatever. But they changed the way he looks. Legs got longer, body got longer. He doesn't look the same. They tried to make him look cooler. I just think they made him not Sonic anymore. But the first 2, 3, 4 Sonic games, yes, it's not even about the games. He's just got a certain character that I like.
One of the video game characters that I've always loved from a young age is Ken from Street Fighter 2. Now, Ken was one of the original Street Fighter 2 characters, and actually one of the original Street Fighter characters from the first game. Now, him, Ryu and Sagat, or Ryu and Sagat, were carried across from the original game, and for me, Ken has always been the character that I want to play as, and to this day, literally into Ultra Street Fighter 4, I'm still playing as Ken. Absolutely love him. He's got a rather odd backstory. It's quite funny at times. Did you know he dyed his hair? He's not actually blonde. Odd fact. But during sort of the life cycle of the games, there's been a backstory going on throughout. Ken used to be sparring partners with Ryu. He continued on to fight in these tournaments and met a woman called Elisa, and they got married, and this is all happening during the storylines. During Street Fighter 4, Ken's actually expecting a baby. Now the storyline in Street Fighter 4, if you start playing that, he's going into this tournament to fight while his wife's expecting a baby. So not many women would be happy with that. Right, yeah, I'm just going off to fight rather than stay with you and look after you. Not many.
My favourite video game character, you'd expect me to say Sonic, because I was raised in a Sega household and there's a lot of good childhood memories. Even read Sonic the comic religiously. Learned to draw things by drawing Sonic, but looking at what he's become now, and it's not like I've made several videos on this subject, that would be crazy, but looking at what he's become now, it just feels tainted and sad and a bit stabby. So my favourite at the moment, probably Jacket from Hotline Miami, for the simple reason that it makes it very, very easy to cosplay. Jeans, varsity jacket, animal mask, blood, done. Perfect.
It all comes down to who makes me laugh the most, and that has to be Conker from Conker's Bad Fur Day. This little chap, just a little ginger squirrel or a red squirrel who's off down the pub enjoying himself, and tries to find his way home and comes across various obstacles on his way home to make one of the funniest video games ever made. Rebooted on the Xbox, love the Xbox version.
My favourite game character is Jake Armitage from the two... well, I guess he's in 2 Shadowrun games actually. He's in the SNES and then the PC Shadowrun Returns. Jake was the one that really was one of those first RPG characters that I got into. I got hooked as narrative, very story driven. You really kind of do him. He's a jack of all trades, master of none. So for that reason, you know, the story really grabbed me. I don't know, there's something really cool about Jake. I think he's a bit of a badass, and he's got, as you see in Shadowrun Returns, they really perfected his sarcastic humour, I feel.
It wasn't really until Super Mario 64 came out when the world of Mario really changed, and we had this 3D perspective of our beloved Mario. The first day I saw him like that, my jaw dropped. I was literally drooling, and I was so jealous of my mate who had got his Nintendo 64 that you know, I instantaneously wanted to go out and buy one just so I could play this game. Every time I pick up a Super Mario game, I smile and it makes me happy, makes me want to have fun. His levels are now challenging, exciting. There's always a decent story behind him, and yeah, I've really just enjoyed seeing his character evolve, and you know, seeing his abilities evolve and his special suits. Every time, you know, a video game is released, he's always got something different to wear or utilise in some way or another, whether it be Mini Mario or flying around like a bee or springing about the place using FLUDD to defeat the graffiti or get rid of the graffiti in Super Mario Sunshine. He always brings a smile to my face, and yeah, it's Super Mario all the way. It'll be, and he always will be my favourite. No one comes even close.
He's just always been there, and I've always loved playing as him in every Street Fighter game. And no matter what Street Fighter game I play, I always end up being Ken. I always even start off being Ken. That's just such an easy option for me. His moves are great. They've progressed over the years, and sort of the combos he can do and the special moves, and even his Dragon Punch has improved in Ultra Street Fighter 4. It sets the person on fire. It looks even more amazing. So Ken is awesome. Definitely got to be up there with one of my favourite characters of all time.
I remember the first time I played the more modern style of Sonic. It was on the Sonic Advance. Yeah, I think I had to go at Sonic Advance, probably on an emulator actually. And I was just like, that don't look right. Nothing about it was right. And I was very disappointed. But there you go. Yeah, he would probably be my favourite character. I mean, I like Gordon Freeman as a concept. I mean, you can't really... Can you get into the character of a character who doesn't say anything and in the game you don't actually see? But the concept of Gordon Freeman is very cool, and I like that. And I was actually accused, I don't know if accused is the right word, it was suggested that I looked like Gordon Freeman by Jason Bradbury of the Gadget Show. I had the pleasure of making his acquaintance once a few years ago, and the first thing he said to me was, "You look like Gordon Freeman."
Why do I like Conker so much? He's endearing. His language, he swears, he gets into all kinds of encounters. I just find him a very charming and funny little character, and for that reason he has to be my favourite video game character of all time. He is a mascot character. I know they absolutely rinsed the mascot characters back in the day, but I think this character, Conker, stands out from the crowd for being absolutely no holds barred, and the designers, the developers just went with what they thought was funny and they didn't hold back at all.